looks like it's going to be huge, dude. So
Well,
let me.
that's what I want to talk about, Terry. I first of all, thanks for jumping on here with me. I want to keep this pretty darn short. But listen, bro, what I wanted to jump on here and just talk to you for just a few minutes about is is the CapEx program, because we have got a lot of people that are participating, but they all have questions about it. It's like, okay, what kind of return? Where is this going? What do you think? And I said, you know what? I'm going to get the guy who's putting this whole program together. I'm gonna talk to him, and I said I'll record it, and I said we'll hear it right from Terry, and I'm starting to feel how powerful this program is, because Jay told me that when this program was in the works, he just said, whenever tokens are available, buy them, and buy as many as you can. And he goes, and get your team to do the same. And Terry, I am feeling the residual effects of that right now. I mean, it's becoming a big part of our compensation plan. And I tell my group, and my group is listening right now, as a matter of fact. I told him, I said, this is the easiest thing you can possibly do in our business to make money, because all you have to do is participate. All you have to do is participate. So Terry, do me a favor. Give everybody just a quick little background of what you've done and how you ended up here at Super Patch.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, Steve. And let me just say this. Just to be invited to be on the call with you is so very much appreciated. And just want to thank you for your leadership and your dedicated efforts. You're the hardest working professional, and you are a professional, by the way, in the company, and we're very grateful for you.
Thank you.
Um, the CAPEX program, I can't take full credit for that. I mean, Jay Dollywall is not only a brilliant neuroscientist and engineer, he's a marketing genius because I've created several, in fact, five customer acquisition programs for major, I'm talking billion-dollar network marketing or direct selling companies over my 30-year career in this space, 35 years now, actually. So nothing compares to CapEx. To think that the company is willing to rev share with an associate, regardless of their rank or status with the company, that from day one they can come in and participate in what we call co-op marketing, co-op media. They can help fund the media. And so if everybody comes together as one, because we are right, we're united in purpose, right? One family, one team, one super patch, right? That's who we are. But to think that we can all come together and pool the funds and go out and make these massive power media buys and then rev share on the customer and the products that are sold through this media. Jay came up with putting that money in a pool and then revenue sharing among the participants in your group. So you're right, Steve. It really is. If you promote this and your downline will do as you do, right? Your team will do as you do. And if you're on the program, they get on the program, then your group, you're going to revenue share. And Jay came up with the fact that we take a collective pool of the CAPEX tokens and come up with a universal price on what the cost of acquisition is, because the payout on the CAPEX program is directly related to the amount of revenue that is generated from the media. So you have a revenue to media ratio, which ends up to, it's a formula that comes to equating to a certain profit or margin that was made. And we take that, come up with a token value, and then everyone participates. In the programs that I personally created in the past, you got a block of customers, and whatever they ordered is what you got paid on. And some people got great customers, some people got not so much, and it wasn't a unified program. Okay, this levels the playing field. so that everyone has an opportunity to share equally based on the amount of people in the group, Steve. So I got to tell you, this program is something that I've never seen before. It's the key point of differentiation in the marketplace. You talk about our 8 pillars. You do such a great job on that. CapEx is one of the key points. No one in the industry has anything like this. Okay, and so it is something that I highly encourage someone to get involved in and participate in. And the last thing that I'll say is that timing is everything in business, right? Okay, well, guess what? We finished the filming of 2 infomercials, our Freedom Patch and our Rim Patch, 2 of our best sellers. We've already filmed it with celebrity Jay Glazer, who is on pro football every Sunday morning on the #1 watched pro football program. He and his wife, Rosie, hosted, and we filmed in their home in Malibu. They hosted these infomercials. We're finishing the editing in the next 2 weeks. We're going to be airing these infomercials across, I'm talking national broadcast all over the country, and we will expand internationally. But in the next, in mid to late September, we're going to be out there so that brand awareness. What does that do, Steve? The brand aware, a rising tide lifts all ships. So when they hear Super Patch, and all these testimonials, we've got over 30 testimonials to people that we went out and that aren't even involved in Super Patch. They were just consumers that tried the product and gave us their story. And they begin to see that, and it helps everyone. If you're an associate, that brand awareness is going to give third party validation and credibility to our program. So I encourage you, get positioned now because it's all about supply and demand. Right now, it's open to everyone, but down the road, you never know because the demand may exceed the supply, and you want to make sure you're positioned.
Well, let's talk about that, Terry, because I know that right now we've been able to pick up 4 tokens per month. Each token is about $23. And, that's the cost, and then obviously there's a return on that. But with these infomercials that are going to be released very, very soon, within the next month, it looks like. What is your vision of that? I mean, where do you see us getting more tokens? Do you see the token value increasing? Are the prices going to increase for the tokens? How do you see it going forward?
That's a great question, Steve. I'm glad you asked me because I'm going to tell you, I mentioned timing is everything. I do believe that there will be an upward trend, not only in token availability, because right now, we cap the number of tokens that you can buy. We've had in my previous companies, I mean, we had people buying thousands of tokens at a time, literally. Okay, so the infomercials, what it will do because of the massive um, you know, budget that Jay has set aside for this advertising, with the funding that was provided by our associates, we're going to be able to increase our reach, our CPMs, impressions. We'll do millions of impressions. Millions of people every day will hear the Super Patch about the Super Patch products. We'll be able to see it on TV. We have radio, we have some podcast, we have a lot of media that's going to all hit at once to create a synergistic effect. Because if they see it on TV, hear it on radio, and then watch a podcast, it reinforces that brand awareness, and brand awareness creates brand loyalty. And what does brand loyalty do, Steve? It causes reorders. So that is why I believe the supply of the tokens will increase. I believe that the price of the tokens will at least stay the same. I look for them to come down. But when you scale and you have a massive campaign, it takes you a while to identify what works and optimize your budget towards those that work. And so I do believe that we will see those token prices come down. But more importantly, we're going to see the long-term effect. You're going to have more people on the program buying the product, experiencing the super patch difference, and as a result, you're going to have lifetime customer values that increase because they start with the Freedom Patch or the Rim Patch and they love the results, so they start trying other products. They try the Peach Patch, the Liberty Patch, the Victory Patch, and so that their lifetime customer value increases because they're trying other products and they stay on the product longer. So I believe that it's going to be a great growth opportunity. It's a big aspect because it is customer-based revenue.
Yep.
And you know, it's not, it's just associated with customer-based revenue. Those customers will stay with you long term because if they trust the brand and they're loyal to the brand, they're not going anywhere else. So it's a great foundation upon which you build your business because you get paid standard, normal, very generous commission or compensation. And then in addition to that is your CapEx revenue. Back to you,
Yep.
Steve.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Terry. This is how I'm talking to the group, and I want to make sure that I'm saying the right things. As of right now, it's four. We can buy four, and so I'm telling people, buy four tokens every single month. Get everybody in your organization to do the same, and just trust the process. Just trust the process. When we have the ability to buy 5, 6, 7, 8 tokens at a time, that's going to do nothing except put more money in your pocket. Now, my understanding is that the tokens are good for 18 months. So in my example of buy four, buy four, buy four, buy four, let's just say for 18 months, everybody was able to buy 4 tokens. That's 72 tokens. So
Yes.
on the 19th month, the first group of 4 that you purchased, they would go away, but you purchased 4 more, so you would always have 72 tokens at that point going forward. Now, I say 72, that's based on everybody getting 4. I know this is the case. We're going to get more. We're going to have the ability to buy more than 4 at some point. At
Absolutely.
some point. And with what you are doing, and you may say, Jay put this whole thing together, but Terry, there's a reason that you're here. Jay may have fine-tuned it, but you're the marketing expert. You are the guy. And Jay doesn't go after B-listers. He's always going after A-listers, and that's why you are in the room. But your resume, Terry, it's so elite. We are so fortunate to have you here. And if you can get excited about the little tweaks that Jay has put together with this, CAPX program, that only excites me because you know and you've done this before. And my advice to everybody is just participate. Just
Absolutely.
participate. And not once, Terry, have we ever told somebody, just buy the tokens yourself. We've never said that. We've always said, you get into Super Patch and take advantage of everything the compensation plan has to offer, which means you purchase the tokens, but get your team to purchase the tokens. In other words, build a team. Okay? Just don't get into Super Patch and sit here. All right? Then you're a customer. You want to go build a team of people who are sharing this technology. And if those people participate in the CAPEX program, the commission is going to skyrocket for you. Am I saying all the right things?
Absolutely, Steve. You're 100% correct. Um, you know, Other companies that I've been with, really, they made significant income without building a huge team, because they were able to buy thousands of and we didn't call them tokens, we called them customers
Mhm.
because that's what they were. Um, and so with the CapEx program, the real beauty of what we're doing is we're allowing people to participate, and it is a group effort. We cost average so that the tokens have value. And the reason that we cap it to 18 months is because, like, if you look at a lifetime customer value chart, you have attrition.
Right.
Not everyone stays on the product for the rest of their life.
Right.
So it's only fair to the participants that, you look at the curve and where is the point to where you begin to add the new fresh and begin to drop off those that might have dropped out of the program. And so therefore it helps us do a better job for the participants to optimize the token value.
Yeah, and listen, you're not saying that my tokens, I have to keep track of my tokens. No, that's you guys. You guys
That's right.
handle all of that. And so when you say people that may have dropped off, that's not necessarily an individual. It is, but we don't see the individuals. We never talk to these people. We don't upsell these people. You guys are doing all of that. All we have to do is participate.
Right.
Just purchase the tokens every month and then go out there and build this business. Go out there and share it with other people and build an organization of people who are doing the exact same thing. So I'm excited about it, buddy. I can't thank you enough for the effort that you're putting into this. I know making infomercials and going through the editing process and the filming of it all, that's work, man. That is work. That is big time work. And the payoff that we are all going to see because of what your effort is doing is something that I don't think I will ever see in a network marketing program again. So I want to thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, brother, I appreciate it. And there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. You talk about, the churn rate. The churn rate is looking at a database and seeing the trends. How long do they buy? How long do they stay on SmartShip? They migrate in and out. They might, come off for a few months and come back on. And we have to manage that to be able to optimize the token value so that we felt 18 months was the right, number. But Steve, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I love Super Patch. It's my last stop. This is the final stop on my career. I want this to be my opus, my final opportunity. And I've worked with big companies. I've worked with a lot of big name celebrities. I won't drop any names, but I've done so many infomercials and you hire people to host. But I've never seen an opportunity like Super Patch. I wear the patches every single day of my life. The Ring Patch and Peace Patch are two of my favorites. But I will tell you this, Steve, your future has never looked brighter. This company, in its own right, has momentum right now. People are joining from all over the world. And when we accelerate that growth with Ether, and that's the CAPX program, man, we accelerate that growth and give someone something that no one else can offer, to think that you can also generate that revenue from product driven, product centric strategy like CapEx. I think our future is going to be far exceed our expectations. Steve, thank you for having me on your call tonight. I love you. I'm a big fan. I never miss your Tuesday night opportunity calls. So if you're listening tonight, thank you. I'm so grateful for you, and let's climb the mountain together, brother.
You do it. Thanks, buddy. Have a great night.
Thank you.